I talk like a redneck too, so if y'all need me to repeat something, just say, hey Brandon, can you say that again? I was told that I said Massachusetts wrong. It ain't Tusis? It ain't Tusis? What's going on, man? Who do y'all hate the most? Probably this guy. He smiles too much, dude. He smiles too much. We gotta wipe that smile off his face. Dang, he got a special hat he wears and everything. Okay. All right, so we'll start on the feet just because I want you to be able to see the mechanics of it and how it works. But you're not gonna do it from the feet all that much, to be honest with you. We're gonna look at how to lock it up, like what the steps are, and we're gonna work on the finishing mechanic here, and then we'll transfer to the floor and we'll do some more like actual practical application. Sound good? All right, here's what I want. Chin goes here, and my hand, I'm not just curling my hand back like this way. I'm also cutting it this way. So this is actually a really important part of the grip. It's this, okay? Chin goes here. So step one, I got chin, just like that. Don't reach through. Not that that's wrong, it's just not what we're doing today, right? I'm gonna teach you how to do it from right here. So chin, and then I'm gonna close my elbow, that's number two. Number three is I'm gonna put my ear over here on his shoulder, like this. And when you do that, I want you to, number four, take both your feet to the outside of his feet so that your weight is on, stay up, don't let me fall on you. I'm gonna try not to kill you. So, chin strap, elbow, ear to shoulder, both feet outside his feet. That way I'm hanging on him. This is super crucial that I gotta have that weight on the back of his head. Right now it's like ultra necessary. And when you get to the ground, your weight won't be on him, but what you're gonna learn is that that stack on the back of his head stops him from being able to posture. All right, so we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I'm hanging on him. You guys get what I'm saying? This is super important. It's not this. This won't cut it. It's got it, because like just posture, big strong neck, big strong chest, like just push straight through. Yeah, I can't hold him right there. But once we go here, posture, I believe in you, posture. All right, you guys got it? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Man got a hat. Got rubber. You ain't slipping off that guillotine. Now we're gonna look at the finishing mechanic. Okay. Still not bringing this other hand in yet. This hand is gonna go this way. So I'm trying to scoop back. So my choke is actually doing this, not this. I'm not going up and I'm not trying to wrap deep. I'm staying shallow and turning my thumb back towards me. All right, so what I'm trying to do is to press this soft part of his jaw, the underside of his jaw. I'm trying to press that through the top of his head, right? And I put something on the back of it to give it a stop, right? So essentially the choke is, sorry, heads up. Essentially the choke is this way, not this way, right? So like normally, like, let's just say even a high elbow guillotine, people go up, or they throw it over and they come up or come back, or this variation up and back, or it's this variation and it's crunch in. Whatever variation you want to use, if you'll use that motion, you're going to get a lot more productivity out of it. All right, so now I'm going to lay all my weight on you. I want you to try to stay strong, stay up, okay? So 1, 2, 3, feet to the outside, you ready? And I'm gonna add the finishing mechanic, the 5th step in now. His head's gonna hit the dirt, and it's gonna hit hard if you don't stay strong through your spine here. So 3, 4. And there's my choke. Got it. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna actually fall into that position to finish. Like, I gotta get a guard, you know what I'm saying? But I want you to over-exaggerate your mechanic for right now, so that when we do dial it back, it'll be right. So over-exaggerate. It's okay to just like look like an idiot for right now. 1, you all look like idiots. Oh, y'all didn't laugh at that. That made me feel bad. I was like, uh-oh. Y'all don't look like idiots. I take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? That's my choke, like that. And your elbow is, you know, step 2 is close the elbow. When you do this, your elbow's naturally gonna flare a little bit, but I don't want you to be out here, right? So keep it as closed as possible. It's gonna do that naturally when you start bringing, but this is necessary. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's keep it on the feet right now. I want you guys to go more through the finishing mechanic, because as y'all hit the ground, you're kind of like loosening up. So let's stay right here for right now. 1, 2, 3, big strong posture. Strong, strong, strong. Like you're coming up. There you go. 3, 4, and finish here. I want you to practice this mechanic here. So as you do it, don't go so far that you do drag him to the ground, but get your feet out a little bit. And now pull him back in. You feel what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a scoop this thing this way. It's like an ice cream scoop. Strangling it like that. So let's turn this way. All right, finish it from the feet. 1, 2, 3. Fine. Except for he's gonna be super strong with your neck and your posture now. Come up with your posture.
Yeah.
He can kind of fight me right there, right? But over here, not this way. When I go to finish, more on him as I go to finish.
Okay. So slide.
Feel the
out.
difference? It's a giant difference.
So slide out versus.
Yeah. Right now you don't even really need to slide out. You just need to go to him more. You feel?
Yeah.
Instead of back.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So it should be there.
Okay.
All right, you guys got it? Now, I think I'm pretty happy. I went around each group individually. Now I'm going to drag you together. Okay, now we are going to go to the ground. So just stay right here for a second. Anybody here do judo? You guys ever do judo? Show us a break fall, please. Just have like a back break fall first. Stand. And now give me this one here. This is the move we're doing. All right, teach them how to do it. Yeah.
Okay. You're basically going to be almost kicking your standing leg out with your sweep leg. Try to get as much of the force across the back of your body as possible. Your plant leg's going to be knee pointing up so you don't smash your knees together. So if I do it slow, I'm swinging out. But I want to make sure that, again, I don't crash my knees together. Get as much force through the side of my body as I can. Keep your chin tucked so your head doesn't whack back.
All right, just do it like 3 times so they can see it. And then you guys are going to emulate, but don't worry about getting it perfect. Just get the idea. All right, just give them like 3 reps so they can watch.
All right, whenever you guys are ready. Are you me doing it? Yeah.
All the way to the side. All the way to the side. Good. All right, everybody give me like 4 or 5 of those. Just get the mechanics down and then come back in. All right, go. Good enough. All right, like I said, it's not a judo class, right? So I don't care if you get it. I don't care if you get it right. I just need you to make sure that you're falling with that idea as you fall. So now I got him. You're gonna need to be strong through your posture here because I'm gonna drag you in. Now I'm gonna let him bring his arm around my waist or around my hips, and I'm just gonna drape over his arm. Okay? Don't worry about getting your grip together. Don't worry about, it's not a naked guillotine, it's arm in, okay? Everything the same here, chin strap, elbow, ear to shoulder. And now I'm gonna hit this break fall that Shelby just did down to my left hip. All right, you ready, boss? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna look to finish. I'm just gonna drag him into position, making sure I land on my side. Ready? I'm gonna count it out for you. I'm gonna hit on 3. 1, 2, 3. You guys got it? And now, as a matter of fact, we're not even gonna bring this hand into the grip yet. Just keep it draped right here. Don't do anything with it. Just keep it right here. Like you're holding his arm with your elbow, right? And now what I want you to do is refocus on ear to shoulder and then pull him towards you and make that little scoop with your hand. And that's a pretty aggressive tap, yeah? Mm-hmm. Nasty. Now watch. Take your hips back this way. Yeah, that's it. Watch if I don't bring him forward. Now he'll probably still tap. It's not as easy though. Watch when I bend his head by taking my ear to his shoulder. Watch what happens to the position of his head. You just look. I'm not gonna squeeze it. Ear to shoulder. Look. Watch his head. See, it bends his head more. It makes him do this more. And then when I pull him towards me with this and this hook here and this foot here, so everything pulls in, it folds him more. So what I'm essentially trying to stay right where you're at. What I'm essentially trying to do is make his head go this way and his hips go this way. And so I'm making him kill himself. So all I'm gonna do is put this little steel pipe right here and then fold his head, bring his hips over, and he's gonna strangle himself on the pipe. You get what I'm saying? So let's do it again. Right here, right here. Right here, right here. Oh, sorry.
You got me dizzy here.
Oh, he sounds like he's from Massachusetts, dude. That's some Massachusetts talking, boy.
These southern guys.
I love it. All right, I'm gonna drop in. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, he wanted to go this way. That's fine.
I thought I was ready.
Oh, you guys got it? You want to see it one time?
Yeah, sure.
Who got that net for me? You got that net? Don't land on the wrist. All right, so like try to posture up from here. Yeah. You got to stay like that, okay?
Yep.
All right, good. So I get the chin, bring him down. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All the way down to my side. Now remember, he's going to have his arm on the outside here. I'm landing with my knee on the inside and my hook catching him on the hip. I got my chin strap grip. I'm hooked over the arm, don't care about the grip. And then this foot's gonna go behind him to, like it can go under him even, to like pull him towards you. But the motion is this. And now refocusing ear to shoulder. If you need to put your foot on the ground to move, that's okay as long as you got this hook. So if you need to put your foot on the ground to go ear to shoulder again, that's okay, but when it's time to finish, bring him to you. You see that? Boom, right there. What grip were you using, Brandon? I was just doing this. When you go and lock it in a second, it's gonna be money in the bank. Don't lock it right now though, because I want you to get it with one hand so that when you bring in the second hand, it's dead in the water. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, this makes me happy. Now we can put our hands together. Not like to clap, just to finish the guillotine. All right, y'all come on in, fellas. Y'all, did they make y'all sit outside that circle? I'm changing the circle, making it this circle. Let's get in the position here. So now we're gonna be here, chin strap. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this foot out. I like it out here. I don't wanna go to closed guard. Closed guard's gonna encourage me to stay flat on my back when I finish this. This is gonna encourage me to kind of like angle out and get what I actually need to finish this. So even if I had closed guard, I would probably like try to drop this so I can move it through. This is what I want. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna go chin strap, elbow, hook, go around the arm, and then for the grip, now this is pretty complex. I want you to watch this here, watch close. Everybody got it? Right. One more time, you ready? All right, that's the finishing grip. I'm just barely touching my hand. Honestly, I usually don't even put my hands together because once you understand the mechanic, you know it's just that, right? Like this arm is out. Once you got the mechanic down, you don't need it. What the second hand does is that holds it in place so there's no slip anymore. So now it's a murder, right? Look at 2 of that. And 1 sub, 2 taps. If you wish to possess this power, go and do likewise. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Open with that. Let's play. Just take a turtle position right there. All right, so I got 2 drills from the turtle for you. The first one, we start facing the opposite direction. I'm just going to start seated beside him like this, sitting right here by his shoulders. I'm going to go chin strap. So bring your arm to the outside. Yeah, make sure Uki, go ahead and bring the arm to the outside for now. Chin strap, elbow, ear, hook goes in, pull him in and finish. So I want to start making this one motion, right? And I want to practice just snatching it up. and take it. All right, so just give me like 10 of those apiece. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, good news. The guillotine's over. You don't have to endure that anymore. All right? Because the truth is, if I'm not holding you right here, when I go to start turning you, you can relieve that pressure. How could you relieve it? Yeah, that's it. You're starting to get the idea. Just pick your hips up into the air. And now you feel I can't do it anymore. But what's the problem? Is when your hips go up, your hips become light. So it's easy for me to toss you.
That's take 2.
I just barely flip it. So now watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go, see how my elbow's still on the outside of his elbow? Whether his arm is on the inside like this, or whether it's, that's okay, or whether it's on the outside of my hip out here. Either way, this elbow to elbow connection that I have, I'm gonna go, I'm not gonna actually say 1, 2, 3, but I want you guys to see it. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and when I sit up, I wanna touch my elbows together. Here. And look, it just delivers the grip straight in. Now I can just lock it up and move to my Anaconda. And we'll talk more about the finishing mechanics in a second. This is the most, that's good. Other than the chin strap itself, this is the most important thing that we're gonna talk about. And this is new for you guys. You haven't seen this yet. This is how I lock my chokes. This move's called OnlyFans. I just made that up. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Elbows together. Because when the elbows go first, the grips are already done. And they're deep. They're locked on my wrist, not like hunting. Plus, look at this, dude. Look how far this is. If you get to the choke here, and then you have to bring this elbow all the way to the choke, what always happens? Let's see. What always happens when I do that? So I'm gonna lift your hips to try to, oh, there we go. And now look, right here, you feel where I'm at here? Just relax for a second. As you feel the opportunity, bring your elbow back towards your ribs right here.
Okay.
And we can both agree that I'm not gonna be able to choke you if you can do that, right?
Sure.
Okay. So when you, don't touch my wiener. No. He's like, hey. He's like, wait a minute, bud.
He said just relax.
Edit that from the video. That was hilarious. All right.
That'll be on Instagram.
What were we talking about? Jiu-jitsu. All right, got it. Elbow starts to come back. Follow at the same speed. So I'm gonna move slow and you feel the opening. Yep. If I bring my grip to here, he's always gonna be able to resist me with that grip. And even if, now rewind, even if I lock it up like this, pull your elbow back to your chest. You see what I'm saying? You're giving me grief right there. All right, same thing. This time, when you feel opportunity, go ahead and bring your elbow back to your chest. You ready? Crazy.
No opportunity.
No, it's never that. You're never gonna feel the opportunity. Feel this, Shelby. Where'd he go? This is new for you. All right, so the uke is lifting his hips to try to resist the choke, which is making him light. So just bring him to me and flip him over his head right there. 1, 2, 3, elbow to elbow. You feel it?
Yeah.
Versus 1, 2, 3, lock it. You can't lock it. Not saying you'll miss it that bad every time. You won't. Sometimes you'll get there. And you'll be like, oh, Brett is crazy. I could just do it that way. Pull hard, trust me, my guy. You're gonna wanna do this way. Elbow to elbow. Watch this movement. See how I'm swinging this? Swinging.
Oh, yeah.
See how this goes. Here. This is important. I'm constantly chasing this motion here. When we do this from the turtle, if we have time, we'll do this Anaconda from the turtle in a second. That's crucial. It has to be this, not this. Look at that giant gap where his head and neck are. And plus, who can squeeze like this, dude? What do you do in the gym that emulates this? Boom, boom. I guess you don't do anything in the gym that's this either, do you? I don't know. I don't go to the gym, to be honest with you. I heard they have one in our town, though. You've been? What do you think? Elbow to elbow. Fold it here. Palm up. Got it? It looks like super simple, and it is, but it's gonna make a massive difference, trust me. All right, so uke, flip, elbow to elbow. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And hips come up, flip him, elbow to elbow. Once you get elbow to elbow, now I'm gonna go back to my side again, all right? If his back's on the mat, this is gonna be harder to do, but we're still gonna give it a shot. But for right now, let's have him turned up on his side just a little bit at least, all right? Now, Keelan, make sure you get a good shot of this. And you guys get to an angle where you can see what I'm talking about in this position here. Everybody see this little finger?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so look, see how my hand is not in his armpit? I'm not up here. See how I have to come here to lock? I'm down here on his arm itself. That way when he tries to open his elbow, he can't do it anymore. Versus if I'm locked in his armpit, he can open it. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. You can do it. You can bust it open. Versus this, lock it. Bust it open.
Yeah, nope.
I believe in you. That's hard, huh?
Yeah.
And then when I'm ready, 4 steps to finish your Anaconda choke. This is also the same 4 steps for your Darce choke, but all right, so first of all, we're locked. I'm gonna go elbows in, which means elbows together. Elbows down, which means bring him down to my belly button. Hips in, head back, and then I will consider squeezing him if he's not dead yet.
Yeah, that's tight before you even start.
Yeah, you're gonna pass out before the squeeze starts. When the squeeze starts, that's when it starts to feel like a murder. Like you're like, oh, we're training until the squeeze starts. Then you're like, oh, I'm dying. Like I'm not gonna make it. Somebody say something to my wife and kids. Don't know what you're gonna say, but say something. All right. So look, do you feel? I'm not squeezing you.
No, this is tight.
It's just the position itself. Okay. Tell me when you feel me squeeze. Elbows in, that's not a squeeze. Elbows down, that's not a squeeze. Hips in, that's not a squeeze. Head back, that's not a squeeze. Will you tap here if I stay?
Yeah, this sucks.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna squeeze him right there. And when I squeeze him, it doesn't mean crap your pants. Don't crap your pants. Squeeze with your body. Just remember where his head is trapped. It's in this gap here, right? I've done everything I can to eliminate that. The only thing I haven't done is push my chest forward to close that space. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that's way stronger than trying to like goon him to death or something white belty. Don't do white belty stuff. How many of you guys are white belts? Oh, whatever they say them doing, don't. They're not even real people. Don't hurt me. Y'all look like y'all can hurt me. All right, you guys got it?
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of these white belts. This guy's got it. Don't talk. I didn't mean that. Flip. Boom. Oh, perfect. I almost back rolled. That means I'm gonna have a ton of momentum to get all the way to here. All right, ready? Elbows in, elbows down. Got it? So look at me. Elbows in, elbows down. Hips in, head back. Push with your chest to murder. In, down, hips, head, squeeze. All right? And you may feel that I'll take your guys here for just a second. You may feel sometimes, well, this arm is on his teeth. Yeah, move your teeth. I was trying to strangle you. You're the one that put your teeth in the way. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna break your teeth, I suppose. You don't want to do that to your training partner, right? You don't actually want to hurt your training partners, but you know, if you're not gonna move their teeth, just slowly and gently apply until they quit. Don't try to rip their face off, but you will rip their face off if you do this like this. It sucks. See, I'm gonna break his face. It sucks, right? I didn't even go through the motion. I just went like that. So, better if you want the strangle for this to be like connected to an artery, but I still don't want this up here. This can be here, but this has got to be here. You feel what I'm talking about? All right, good. Elbows in, elbows down. Hips in, head back. Push with your chest to squeeze. And that should feel like there's no way out. All right, got it? 1, 2, 3. Honestly, it's probably behind the triangle, it's probably my best weapon, but I just don't have time to go through the darts with you guys. So I'm just gonna stay on this Anaconda trail for a little bit, if that's okay. But just know, you're gonna need a darce in this, to keep them in this loop. You're gonna have to have a really strong darce. So might just go do some research, or do we have a hard stop? Like a certain time I gotta get out of here? What about you, Angie? You got a certain time? What time we gotta be out of here? Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right. Because if you got a hard stop, I'm trying to get you out of here and back to your kids. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, let's do this then. Let's just go through one. Can I borrow you? Let's go through. This is a way more traditional Anaconda setup here. Just off a front headlock from the front. I just got to make sure, everybody come around to this side. So, there's a lot of things you could do with this elbow, right? All I really have to do is to make sure that I get, sit up just a little bit, that I get my elbow to the other side of his elbow. If I can get to there, I'll be able to lock it up with this elbow to elbow method I'm showing you right here, all right? But you might have to move with this grip initially. So just a basic gable grip. It'll start up in his armpit, but we're gonna slide it down to the end of the lever right here. So I'm gonna slide the grip down to the lever, and then I'm gonna pull it across as much as I can. Maybe I only get it like that much. That's plenty. Because all I have to do now is shoot my elbow past his elbow, okay? So grip might start here, lock it down, slide it, punch it, and then look, I'm just gonna punch my hand straight forward until my elbow is past his elbow. And now from here, the way we used to always teach in Anaconda is you had to get it locked up, and then you had to put your head in the hole and you had to roll. And that's the way that everybody used to do it. And I guess most people still do, and that's fine. It works. This is just way tighter and way easier. Chase, stay right where you're at. Boom, boom. And now, instead of thinking about locking it here, think about chasing your elbow to your other elbow. Just seek that throughout the rest of the fight. Just keep going towards that. And whatever else, whatever your body has to do to keep going that way, wherever you have to move the rest of your body to keep that on the hunt, just do it, and you're gonna finish him. Gable, slide down to the lever, drag him a little bit, just as much as you can. Might not be much, just an inch like that. Punch forward, elbow to elbow, and now watch. Elbow chases. And the chasing of the elbow will turn him, and he'll be locked up when you get there. I didn't even have to seek the grip made itself. Now I'm gonna go elbows in, elbows down, hips in, head back, and then I'll squeeze him. Right? That's what I'll look for the finish. And if he's on his back, flat right here, it'll be harder to finish the Anaconda. It doesn't mean you can't do it. It doesn't mean it's not worth trying to do it. I would try it. I'll show you what to do if you can't hit it once you're here. Because if he's flat on his back, he may not tap, just to be honest with you. So don't worry, we got something sneaky for him on the other side. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm gonna have a tough time. Then I'm gonna go to his back. Pull out, don't do that part yet. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. When I'm chasing elbow to elbow, it's not this. Not this. It's this. Palm up. So while you're doing this, what I want you to do is do not use your fingers and your hands at all. Just chase like this, and when you lock, I want to see open hands. I don't want to see this. If you can't get to here, then you're not gonna, it doesn't matter what you're squeezing, your techniques and all that are. It's not gonna be quality. It needs to be this. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, we got our arm in guillotine, right? But what's the problem that he's gonna present? You can even keep your hip down if you'd like. What's the problem he's gonna present to me? He's gonna bring this hand in, he's gonna fight my hand, right? That seems like a reasonable thing to do, try to pull the hand off. All right, now listen. I don't want to deal with none of that sass. So if you touch my hand and give me problems, I'm just gonna do something else. I'm not here to fight you. I just came to win, not tell you what to do. You do it, you can lose however you want. If you don't want me to touch your chin, I won't. I'm not your dad, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to touch my chin, or if you don't want me to touch your chin, fine, I'll put it here. I'm gonna do everything else exactly the same. Like I'm finishing this arm and guillotine, but I'm gonna keep going instead of pausing. So like with the arm and guillotine, I would go here, I'll move my hip out to bend his head in, and then I would stop and I bring him in to finish, right? Once we make this switch, here, bother my hand. Once we make this switch, now I'm gonna put my foot on the floor, move my hip out, and then I'm gonna put my other foot on the floor and move my hip out. And I'm gonna keep moving my hip out. And look what he has to do. He just flips right over. I still got these grips. Now, if I don't have this grip here, what do you feel the immediate opportunity to do? Yes, turn and no, you go back. Even cooler, turn and pause, and darts choke me. Oh my God, I'm just not embarrassed so bad. Oh, so embarrassing. We can't have that. So when he goes to turn to run, I hook, and I continue your momentum. And I follow, leg comes over, hand comes out, and I sit him up. And I'll have his back right here. Maybe about 4 minutes. This is one of the stupidest moves in jiu-jitsu, but it's so cool. He has to roll, dude. He has no choice. Because like, go to your turn. What's happening to him? I'm pushing my ribs into his head, and it's making his head do this. He has to start, he has to roll. He has no choice. And I don't have to be strong to make him do it. Like, don't roll this time. You get old, big beard right here. You look like you got the neck of an ox. That's got some ox fur in there. You can't use a dude like this to teach a chin strap because your hand be getting lost in there. You can drive a Toyota up in here. All right, stay, don't roll if you don't have to.
All right.
Don't roll, don't roll, don't roll, don't roll, don't roll, don't roll, don't roll. Oh my God, I gotta choke him then, I guess. That's what happens. If he won't roll, then you got everything still open in front of you. All right, now, don't roll and don't let me choke you. All right, you ready? There it is. Got him. As long as he stays in the trap, there's nowhere to go. Right? So, now come. This time we're gonna roll so they can see the moment. No, don't roll so easy. Like, I don't want you to flip for me. I don't want you to feel what actually causes it. That's it. And now, do you feel like you can turn and run this way? Can't come up, got him blocked. Can you run the other way? Can't go as fast as he wants. If I don't hold that arm, he'll be gone. He'll be Darce choking me right there. Go back. So when he turns to run, hook him and follow him. See how that first hook goes in? Now it's a chair sit on the backside. And I sit him up, not drag him back. I'm gonna miss him. Or I'm gonna have to do something else. So I sit him up, big switch here, whack. And note too, that process on my rear naked choke, just start here. Lean back. And relax. Rear naked choke is the easiest move of all time, right? 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, whatever your process, 1, 2, 3. It's always this side happening as number 2. I prefer to do this, 1, 3, 2. And that's just changing the order of operations makes things way easier. 1, 3, 2, instead of 1, 2, now I gotta fight, or you know, if I'm sliding in here, he always gets that hand. Get that hand. No, this one. Yeah, makes that hard. All right, go back. If I can get here, when he goes to fight the hand, because I'm here, I can go over the top of his hand. Make sense? All right, something to play with. All right, you guys play around with that, and then we won't do anything else. We'll just try to get that right here at the end. But well, before we break, though, I do want to show you. Let's stay on this one. You get hit this kind of from all kinds of different positions, even like a snap down. Bother my hand. Stay up. He tried to put his back on the mat and hide it from me. Well, that's okay. You can do that. Like I said, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You can hide it if you want it. All right, you guys got it? 1, 2, 3. All right, I got him into the Anaconda. If he stays on his side, what do? Kill. Kill. If he flattens out to his back, what do? Try to kill, but not to the point where it costs me any energy, right? Like I'm gonna chest him right here, because I don't know, maybe half the time they are gonna tap. Even good people, half the time you can get them right here, because you'll be in the right spot. You'll have enough energy to give the squeeze that you feel like is sufficient. But dude, honestly, I don't want to do any squeeze. I'm so lazy. I don't want to fight him. I just want to win, you know? So if I'm here, try to last through this choke here. If I'm here and I've already squeezed more than I'm gonna squeeze in a real match. That was way too much. So here's what I'm gonna do now. This hand's gonna retract. I'm gonna put it behind his elbow. And I'm gonna pass to here. All right, you guys got it? Not here, because he can take his elbow away. I pass him and I catch him on the lever. So that when he tries to take his elbow away, he cannot do. Now, I'm gonna do the exact opposite of what seems like a good idea. I'm gonna turn and roll over the wrong shoulder now. This way. And look, magically we're in that same position where I can chair sit and switch him. This is literally my favorite thing to do to jiu-jitsu. Most of the time I don't care about anything else in a round except just can I do this once. I don't even care if I finish it. I just want to do the roll because it's so fun. One, oh, he's a tough guy. Pop that elbow. See that? That's a very important part of it. You got to come back to here. Because he's going to start opening this elbow and I got to be able to stop him out there at that lever for just a second so I can get to here. Now I'm going back to my flat back. I'm gonna turn and look away from him, like I'm trying to see his feet. And then I'm gonna roll over my shoulder, the wrong shoulder here. See how now this leg comes all the way over, just like we just did? I can post on my hand. If you want, you can post on your hand. If you can do it from your shoulder, that's okay too. You just chair sit right there. Sit him up, make your switch. Or as you go to sit him up, if he tries to put his back flat to the mat again, go ahead. Then you'll have his arm. So, regardless of when he tries to flatten his back to the mat, he'll give me one arm or the other. So like right here, he exposed his back, right? If he tries to put his back on the mat again from this position, well, you can't yet, right? It'll have to be right here. You'll try to put your back on the mat, and I should have his arm. Right? Or I get a little deeper into the exposure. And then right here, no, not yet. Right here, he tries to flatten his back, but then he gives me this arm. But I don't care. I'm not here to, again, I'm not trying to tell you how to get tapped. Whichever of those options you want to leave for me is totally fine with me. I just need some water. You know what I mean? I'm tired. These 22-year-olds try to beat me up. I'm 106 years old. Just give me the armor. That's fine. All right, you guys got it. I get on a rant. I'm getting an old man rants now, you know? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, listen, those last two, those are like fun. They're not necessary. But I'm telling you, if you get that last, especially the last one, if you get that down and add it in, the trap never opens. Like once you close the arm in, like front headlock trap, there's no more gaps in it. There's a small gap in that system if you don't have that back roll there. So just something to think about. To me, it's worth doing some reps on. Even though it looks insane, it's worth doing some reps on and getting good at it. That's why God made white belts. You know what I'm saying? God put white belts on this earth for you to learn that move right there. Yeah. That's what Eddie would always tell me. He'd be like, listen, when I'm trying to learn a new move, I start with the 13-year-old girls and I work up the food chain. I got to get it to work on this chick first, this teenager first, and then I'll move up the food chain. You know, but if I can't do it on a 13-year-old girl, I sure can't do it on a purple belt dude. You know, so use your white belts. Use your white belts. I remember when I was a blue belt, so I started my gym when I was a blue belt, which is crazy. There's nobody in Alabama to learn jiu-jitsu from, you know what I mean? Especially at that time. Arguably there still ain't, you know? But there's nobody really to learn from too much within driving distance, you know? And so I had gotten my blue belt from Eddie on the road, and I would fly out to LA and train, and I would go chase him around the country and train. But back home, no other jiu-jitsu people. It's just like me and a bunch of the dudes at the karate school that are like, they think grappling's pretty cool. They're willing to stay around 15 or 20 minutes at the end of class and do it. You know what I mean? It's not that serious yet. And so I don't have anybody to like push me and like challenge me too much. And I was like, Eddie, I'm never gonna get good like this. He's like, what? Are you crazy? It's the best possible thing. Just sharpen your offense. Every time a new person walks in the door, pick them out like the weak gazelle at the back of the pack. So I'm not gonna take it that far, but you know. Anyway, anybody have any questions about the stuff that we did tonight? I got mental problems.
I appreciate your time.
Hey, I didn't mean all that stuff I said about the white belts, guys.
No, you did. It's all right.
Thank you so much. Good job, guys.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So I know that answer. There's no question.